Hello everybody again from Simplyfoodea YouTube channel. Thank you so much for your great comments. Today we're gonna talk about very important topic about the process risk assessment. But first let's go a quick brief about the previous components of our HACCP plan. We have trained from the beginning of this series about the implementation of a HACCP plan on your factory or on your plant or whatever the food industry you are working in. We have trained how to make a cover page for your HACCP plan. Then we have done the part of the abbreviations and how we can go through the navigation pane, which gives you a quick access to your Word document. Then after that we have done the part of the steps of the HACCP plan, which is 12 steps divided into 12 steps of the HACCP plan divided to 5 primary steps and 7 basic principles. The 5 primary steps start with the formation of the HACCP team, and we have defined that we must mention the name and the department, the job title, the role, the qualifications, and the experience of the HACCP team, and what are the departments included in the HACCP team, like the the food safety, the quality manager, the production section head, the maintenance, the quality assurance, quality control, laboratory, the R&D, the purchasing, the sales, the warehouses, and sometimes the security department. Then we have mentioned how we can write the product description. Then we have also trained ourselves how to can write the usage instruction of the our products, either it's ready to eat or ready to drink, or there is any treatment you are going to have. Then also we have done how to draw the flow diagram, your flow diagram, and mentioned that we have some kind of controls in our flow diagram, either OPRP, Operational Prerequisite Program, or CCP, which is done actually after the process risk assessment, but we are going to do we have done it before the process risk assessment, and we can mention here that we have two PRPs and 2 CCP in our example, and we will know later what are those. And the confirmation of flow diagram by food safety specialist and the quality manager, production manager, and factory manager. Whatever, you will get this flow diagram down in the factory and make a check of each step of them, and don't forget that the steps must be in numerical sequence. Then we have agreed that when we make any hazard analysis, there must be a risk assessment control measures, and this risk assessment control measures must define what are the high risk and low risk and medium risk, and what are the numbers you have done in this on your risk assessment matrix. Later on, we have trained ourselves how to can make raw material risk assessment in raw material hazard analysis. The hazard analysis must be done to 3 things: the raw materials, the packaging materials, and the process. So when we make for the raw materials, we have trained ourselves to make the table, the raw material name, the storage condition, the potential hazard, the risk assessment, and the outcome, which is the total of the multiplication, the severity by the probability, the risk control measure, the significant, either it is significant risk or not, the explanation or the reason, and the control measure, and the type of control measure or the type of the control measure by process. We can mention here also by process. Okay. This is all the raw materials and packaging material: orange, fruit, water, air, and packaging material. You can ask yourself where we are using the water. You can find it here, the reconstitution part, because the concentration are the removing of the water and the reconstitution are addition of the water. Okay, so you will make a table to make the process risk assessment. Now we are creating a table for the process risk assessment, and I'm using the FSSC version 5.1 decision tree, which is consisting of 5 questions. So you will write in the first cell number of process name, the potential hazard, either it's physical, chemical, biological, the risk assessment, which is multiplication severity by probability, the outcome, the significant risk, the explanation or the reason of this evidence or the cause, the control measure, and the questions of the decision tree from 1 to 5, and either it's PRP, OPRP, or CCP. Okay. Okay, so let's start with the first process, which is receiving of orange. We'll make for the process the 3 risk: physical, chemical, and biological. Let's start it by this way. Okay, the severity are 3, probability are 1. Who do these numbers? The HACCP team, which is defined by meetings what are the severity and what are the probability, and the outcome are the multiplication of the severity of the probability to be 3. The significant risk was not a risk. Why? The explanation, what are the physical hazard, can come in the process of receiving of the orange fruits. You can write here fruits. Maybe due to unclean orange fruit from farm during receiving, and the control by the approved supplier and receiving visual inspection program. So we have 2 programs: approved supplier program and receiving visual inspection program, and the proper good warehouse practices either for the orange fruits or the bottles. So in the decision tree, the first answer is only no. So all the questions, when we get back to the FSSC decision tree, we'll find that if the question number 1, the answer is no, so it is PRP. The chemical also severity 4 and probability 1, the chemical hazard, so it is not significant risk. Why? The explanation. Sorry. The unclean orange fruit from the farm during receiving and presence of pesticides, residuals, and hormones in the fertilizers in the orange field or farm. Okay, so the control mechanism will be receiving inspection work instruction and the approved supply program and certificate of analysis, which is very, very important from the supplier, and cleaning and washing step later on. So here we'll talk about the biological hazard in the receiving, which is severity 4, probability 1, maybe due to contamination of orange fruit or improper storing temperature, because the temperature is very important, which causes rotten to the orange fruit. Proper good warehousing practice and the control mechanism. Okay, either for the fruits or the bottles. receiving inspection work instruction, approved supplier, and certificate of analysis are controlling the biological hazard in the receiving of the orange fruits, and of course the cleaning and washing step and pasteurization step later on. Okay, so by this way we will get each step of the process of the manufacturing of the orange juice to make for it the proper risk assessment, either the physical hazard, the chemical hazard, or the biological hazard, which is vegetative pathogen or spore forming pathogen. So here will be also no, sorry I forgot it, and no. So all these process can be mentioned in one part to be PRP. Yes, please. So it is PRP. So the receiving of orange fruit is controlled by the proper implementation of the prerequisite programs. Stay tuned with Simplyfoodea and we'll continue all the 16 processes of the manufacturing of the orange juice in the next step. Goodbye.